my new friends, and thank you very much for coming this evening. This evening actually had been reserved for our International Award of Excellence that we are giving, but there was some kind of a website glitch with the US Consulate and our awardee. His name is Simarpreet Singh, Hari Simarpreet Singh, and he's coming from the Golden Temple. Well, he couldn't make that till now. We got to reschedule to when he can come over here. So we will hold the ceremony, but at a later date. So in the meantime, I would like to address the evening, and I just want to mention that the award is actually a very unusual award. I'm very proud of it. The criteria for the award is on the table. We have a little table there for the Institute. Have a look at the criteria. It's not very usual to have the criteria like that. The award is handpicked, and you'll read about it a bit. In the meantime, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the Institute for Cultural and Healing Traditions. And we have brought it here now from Illinois into a very stimulating, wonderful city, San Antonio. So it's very good to be over here. I begin the evening with my statements with a very simple statement that I want you to always remember. Business is about people. That is the essence, and this comes first and foremost. And this has been proven time and again. In the Chicago School of Business, I've been working with them quite a bit, so I know a lot about their aspect that they take with the Chicago business theory. They have done some extensive work in this field. One of the professors, Professor Marvin Zonas, he wrote an excellent book, which I highly recommend. It's called The Kimchi Matters, kimchi, the Korean dish, in which he described how the largest American software company almost lost its deal in Korea because it had made some serious cultural mistakes. Someone else who knew the people of Korea came in and we sorted the matters out and the deal went through. When I met Professor Zonas, and we were discussing his book, he said, it sank like a rock in Lake Michigan. And the reason is because nobody understood what kimchi is, which proves the point of the book. You have to understand people's culture and what they like. The other one, further, is Gary Becker, who got the Nobel Prize in economics. And his Nobel Prize is based on the humanities aspect of business. Another one that I would sort of like to mention to you is a book by the name of Freakonomics. I don't know if you've read it. You have. And Steve Levitt has done extensive work for the research of the book, and it's all on the humanities, people, how they deal with each other, and how they do the business, right? So people have their culture, as does the society in which they are. I'm going to quote late Robert McNamara, who famously said at the end of his life, we didn't understand the Vietnamese people. We didn't know their religion. We didn't know their history. We didn't know their culture. And we didn't have anyone to teach us. This is a very important statement of his. The term soft diplomacy, which is an area where the Institute works a great deal on, soft diplomacy was coined at the beginning of the Afghanistan war. And the words of Robert McNamara are echoed in that term. The soft diplomacy doesn't cost very much. It's more the effort of learning to understand. At the risk of recommending too many books, there's one more that I would like to mention, and that is The Road to Serfdom by F. Hayek, H-A-Y-K. He also won a Nobel Prize. And some of you may have already read it. But he talks about the conditions before the Second World War that created the war. And the book was written in 1949, and then the Chicago School of Business reprinted the book in 2007 because the conditions were so relevant today to where America is going. And